sorry about this kettle here, but somehow one of the chickens must have gotten into the kitchen and broken my good teapot. Normally we don't serve quite so, I don't know, casually, I would say. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Sass?
Nope.
No? Dorothy? No? Those darn chickens. Well, I see Seth has shown you what he thinks is the way things operate around here. He's mistaken. Dorothy might be able to tell you how we expect the Burkes to act. I don't expect much, but I do like sugar in my tea, not salt.
Well, thank you for having me. I know my mother would have been incredibly grateful.
Your mother was a lovely woman. I'm glad to have you. I'm sure she raised you well. Probably did my job for me.
I hope so, ma'am.
Ah, that'll be the post.
Got any more godchildren you've forgotten about?
I hope not.
We should make it official. Put a sign out front. Burke's home for unwanted children.
Oh, please no. I have more than enough here already. Sess, why don't you and Dorothy show Liz around the farm? I hope you're not afraid of chickens. If she's half as afraid as Sess is, God help us.
You're not, are you?
What?
Afraid of chickens?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
That's your first mistake.
Come on, Sess.
I'm telling you, they stare at you with those beady little eyes, and they're judging you for everything you've done. How long is she gonna be here?
Forever, I imagine.
Well, death is somewhat permanent, so I suppose this arrangement will be too.
You don't seem too upset.
Excuse me?
Your mother's death? She doesn't seem too upset, does she?
Well,
Maybe she beat her.
Think? No, something less drastic. They probably just didn't get along.
Excuse me?
Maybe she killed them.
I don't think she has it in her. Plus, I thought it was consumption.
She couldn't fake that.
I mean, I suppose you could, but I don't know how you would go about it.
What do you want?
I'm a little different than the people in this house. I like chaos, but it's my own orderly sort of chaos. It doesn't take well to interruptions. You see what I mean, Elizabeth?
No, I can't say I do.
I don't like you,
Well, that wasn't incredibly difficult to gather.
and I want you out of my house.
So the war is on now, is it?
I suppose it is.
Any rules we must play by?
None.
Help with peel.
What?
Potatoes. Help peel. He's serious, you know.
Who?
Do I have to repeat everything for you? Cess. He's serious. Don't worry, I'm not discouraging it. I think it'll be amusing. Get him off my back for once. But he did fail to mention the rules. He said there were no rules. You can't expect him to remember them, can you? Leave me out of it. Own up to your acts and you shouldn't get into too much trouble. And the best place to find... And the best place to find worms is behind the eastern edge of the shed. You caught a lot. It just rained. What are you gonna do with them?
Oh, you're gonna stay out of it.
I am, I'd just like to know.
Of course you do.
It's very admirable you're making the first move. That's an important military tactic, you know, making the first move. It's important to catch them off guard.
Seth, you can show Elizabeth up to her room.
Is that necessary?
Oh, but thank you. I can find my way. I already showed her to her room.
Oh, no, she's right. What kind of a host would I be if I didn't show our guest her room?
I'm not a guest, Cecil.
We'll see about that.
Okay. You can go now, tractor boy.
Not what you imagined?
Oh, the room. I mean, I would say it's perfectly fine the way it is, besides you standing in it.
Sorry it may not smell as pristine as your city house might have.
Smell.
She knows about the worms.
Yeah, I've noticed.
What are you gonna do with them?
I don't know. Something.
Repeat attacks aren't nearly as powerful.
That's none of your concern.
You know, you could try for a truce.
Each night I go to bed, I lay awake and shed too many tears. Your memory is bringing me too many tears.
Are you two just about finished? The last I looked, you were nearly adults. Elizabeth, I know your mother raised you better than this. And Cecil, would you have liked Dorothy to treat you that way when you first arrived here? She was the proper age to behave that way. I've come to the end of my patience here. My house is in shambles. Half my chickens are traumatized. I think an explanation is in order.
Well, that went wonderfully.
Hey, you're not spotless.
You found out about those worms all on your own, remember?
So you told her about the worms.
To the it take you a long time to think of that? I don't know how the less intelligent mind works.
It just took him a little while to come to that conclusion.
I don't think he knows I told you about the chickens, do you?
No, it would take him some time to realize that.
Hey, that's unfair. You know how I feel about chickens. Dot! Hey, after all we've been through together. Dot! Dot!